Hasbro, Wizards of the Coast. Welcome, travelers, to another episode where we are talking about... Wait, what? Hasbro and Wizards again? Oh man, not more news. Hasbro has been in the news again, apparently selling D&D to Tencent. For those of you who don't know who Tencent are, they are a company out of Shenzhen, China, and they are one of the largest, if not largest, gaming conglomerates out there globally. They own minority stocks in Activision and Ubisoft, and they outright own Epic Games and Riot Games. They're probably the biggest investor in the world in mobile games, and they also own 30% of Larian Studios. The biggest software that they own is WeChat, which is pretty much a chat software that handles day-to-day banking, paying your bills, transportation. This is a must-have app in China. So this news apparently is false. This was debunked in a recent article where Hasbro has come out and said they are not selling D&D to Tencent. However, that does not rule out two other possibilities that could be in discussions between the two companies. Most companies do not outright sell IPs, but they do license IPs. And this is a very big potential for Hasbro, because if Hasbro looks at their digital footprint, they were very successful with Baldur's Gate 3 and Monopoly Go. And so there's no reason why they wouldn't be looking at the mobile or digital market for another hit with D&D. The other option for a company like Hasbro or Wizards of the Coast is to actually outsource D&D development. So if they're struggling with D&D or Magic the Gathering, it's very likely for a company to say, you know what, we're going to retain the rights to this product, but we're going to outsource the development, the day-to-day operations of this product line. It is not uncommon for a company to outsource the day-to-day operations of this product line. Since Tencent actually ended up posting a revenue of 80 billion back in 2022, you can imagine what its revenue stakes are right now. Its coffers are probably overflowing and they're looking to pick up IP. And so there's also a possibility of fragmenting IPs, where certain IPs are sold out piecemeal. So imagine Tencent saying, you know what, we want to create a Dragonlance game, and we want to buy the Dragonlance IP out from under D&D. So that is the latest news with Hasbro, but there's other news that I didn't touch upon in part one of my talk on Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast that I think I should cover in this video. So Troll and Toad has been in operation since 1994. This is an online retailer as big as Cool Stuff Inc. or Channel Fireball, and these guys were selling Magic cards since the beginning. And they ceased operations of selling Magic cards last year. They basically decided that Magic is too much of a risk for them to carry. This sent shockwaves through the industry. And the other news is the AI art fiascos that just keep falling all over Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast. So when we end up taking a look at some of the fiascos that happened last year, it begins with Bigsby Presents Glory to the Giants. This book ended up using AI art, and there was an outrage by the community. There was a backlash, and Wizards of the Coast ended up creating a policy where they ended up stating that they will never use AI art in any finished art projects. So for finished, this was a keyword that people did zero in on, and they said, what does finished mean? Does that mean you could start an art project with some AI art in the first phases? Could you use, let's say, Photoshop, which has now all kinds of AI art tools that autocomplete images, continue image texturing, extend canvases intelligently? All of this can be used by the artist to create a final product that was built on AI art in the foundation. This is very possible. Despite them stating that they're not going to create more AI art, there was a secret layer for Tomb Raider that dropped recently, where their advertising campaign used AI art again, overtly and openly. So over the last 5 months, the AI scandals have been, yes, we used it. No, we didn't use it. Yes, you did use it. No, we didn't use it. We used it partially. So this is going to be going on probably for the foreseeable future, because especially with tools like Photoshop actually adding AI art tools inside the actual application, there'll be more and more artists that actually utilize these tools for finishing touches on their artwork, whether it started originally or not. So I think this company is going to be setting all kinds of news for us to talk about in the coming months, unfortunately, but we'll be here to cover it. Skål and safe travels.